Welcome back, adventurers. Welcome back. I am bringing to you a 5 minutes of your time episode, and this one is going to be pretty self-explanatory, but let's see what y'all think. Take a look. I am currently at a boat ramp, Knowles boat ramp, off of Highway 96, coming out of Warner Robins, Georgia, between Twiggs County and Houston County. This is actually the Houston County side of the boat ramp. Actually, the boat ramp is Houston County's. But this video here, this 5 minutes of your time, as I'm hanging out here at the flooded boat ramp, remind everybody that nature is in control. Not the government, not the people telling us what we should do, shouldn't do. Not anybody else but nature. Nature is in control. Nature decides when the water comes in and when the water goes out. Nature decides when the wind blows and how hard it blows when it does. Nature decides if it's going to be a catastrophic storm or a mild dust over. Nature is in control. So if nature is in control, there's nothing we can do about it, right? The weather is going to be what the weather is. The weather's going to do what the weather's going to do. There's nothing we can say that's going to change it. Nothing we can do that's going to change it. Oh, y'all bear with me. I'm picking up some spent brass. Looks like a 357 Magnum. I can't tell yet. It's a little dirty. We got a couple down here. Grab them up. Yeah, let's take a look at them. But nature is in control. We can't do anything about it. So the only thing you can do is prepare for the worst and hope for the best. That's the mindset I'm gonna have to adopt and make sure I hammer in up here as we make this move to Florida, because the weather's going to be what the weather's going to be. The hurricanes are going to come in when they come in, as they come in. There's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing I can do to stop it. But I can have my family prepared for worst case scenario, in case a horrific hurricane comes in and attempts to destroy our home and our households. So I'm going to be working on a plan to get that out, get us to where we can be safe at our new residence down in Florida. But everybody, don't worry, it's going to be okay. Yes, fires are going to burn. Mudslides are going to happen. Tornadoes are going to happen. There's nothing we can do about it, guys. But when it does happen, what we can do is control how we react. Control how we help each other. Instead of sitting back and saying to them, well, you shouldn't live there. You know that area is bad for this or bad for that. Why are you living in that area? Well, that doesn't matter. Why doesn't matter? It's still a person, right? They're still people. And because they're people, they still need our help. So when these natural disasters hit, and it's not in your area, and it hits somewhere like in the Midwest where tornadoes are prevalent, don't sit back and say to yourself, well, you idiots, you live in Tornado Alley, what do you expect? Right now, I live kind of near the river. So what do I expect when it floods? Something to think about. Something to hopefully get some stress off your shoulders, because there's nothing that you can do about this at all but prepare. That is it. Now, that being said, preparation, not preparation H. Moto, I know that was a concern the other night. Old Matt getting a hold of preparation H or something like that, and using it on his knee. But speaking of preparation, David and Cindy down in Tampa, Florida, or Valrico to be more specific, the Forgotten Angels. What they do is they take the young men and women who have been aged up and out of the foster care system. And what I mean by that is on your 18th birthday, you're officially a legal adult. Well, on your 18th birthday, being that you're a legal adult, your foster parent no longer receives a check for you. Therefore, you no longer bring value to the house, and you are now homeless. All your stuff is in that bag right there. Go get it and hit the streets. You're not my problem anymore. David and Cindy take these young men and women who have been told that, and they bring them in, and they fill the gaps in the educations that these young men and women should have gotten from a lot of spit breaths. They should have got from their parents, biological parents, then from their state-appointed parents. They fill these gaps, and these gaps are as simple as things as how to start a checking account, right? How to sign your name to a piece of paper and stand by it. How to tie your shoes. The abuse these young men and women face while in the foster care system, out of the foster care system with their parents, and out on the streets homeless is beyond my words. I can't even begin to express all the various horrific ways these young men and women have been abused, even to this day. And with that, we got to reach out. We got to help. We got to see what we can do for each other. Because, ladies and gentlemen, folks and creatures of all shapes and sizes, we are all we got. We can't expect a better society if we don't build our people up. You can't expect gold out of a piece of mud if you leave it in the mud. You know, you have to bring things up and out and polish them and care for them and allow them to flourish and grow. And that's what David and Cindy do. They allow these young men and women to flourish, to grow, to become functioning members of society, to find what makes them happy. And ladies and gentlemen, folks and creatures of all shapes and sizes, happiness is key. Life's too short to be unhappy. Find what makes you happy. Live it, love it. That's what we're doing. I'll catch y'all later.